As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire. And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight! Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America? Yeah, absolutely. And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. You got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting. I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment. President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote. There's only 2 days left to register to vote in Georgia and Arizona, 48 hours. Like, text people now. Now. And then make sure they actually do vote. If they don't, this will be the last election. That's my prediction. Nothing's more important. Nothing's more important. So get everyone you know. So I'm speaking to people out there. Everyone in the crowd, I think, is already convinced. But for people out there that are watching the video, watching the live stream, you need to get everyone you know, at work, your friends, family, text groups, your social media, everything. Get them to register to vote right now. Only 2 days left for Georgia and Arizona. Only a couple weeks left in Pennsylvania. And if they're not registered to vote, it doesn't matter at that point. Register to vote. I'm being repetitive for a reason, okay? So nothing is more important. And a lot of people think maybe their vote doesn't count. Well, it does, okay? It does. It matters. And this election could be decided by 1,000 votes, 500 votes. A tiny margin. So get everyone you know to register to vote. I believe that's swapthevote.com. I believe that's the site. And double check that your registration is good. Don't take it for granted. I'm just being repetitive about this point because it is the one takeaway, more than anything, that will matter is getting those registrations and then getting everyone you know to actually vote. That is what will decide this election, especially in Pennsylvania. So thank you, and honestly, you want to just be a pest. Just be a pest to everyone you know, people on the street, everywhere. Vote, vote, vote. Fight, fight, fight. Vote, vote, vote. Thank you.
Coming from Elon Musk, this is huge. Not just for Donald Trump, but indeed for Africans. And indeed for Nigerians. Elections are rigged when voters fail to turn out for elections. The foundation for rigging is voter apathy. Now, this is true even in America, like you can see Elon Musk buttressing, calling on supporters of Donald Trump to come out to register to vote, and then to make sure they eventually come out to vote, because there are suspicions that some states are calculatively making moves to rig the election. The election in America is important to us. I know many Nigerians are wrongfully supporting the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party does not act. In fact, if you are looking for a party in America that will be better, that is the lesser evil for Africa, for Nigeria, it is the Republican Party. And in fact, the best candidate for that matter will be Donald Trump. Many people have so many narratives they are driving in Africa and Nigeria against Donald Trump, but they are all lies. All lies. One thing we Nigerians and Africans must realize is this. When Trump was president, you would realize, just cast your mind back, that there was relative peace in the world. Trump was always talking about draining the swamp, draining the influence of the military-industrial media complex in America, because this is the foundation of wars and chaos around the world. The war in Ukraine, the war in Israel, between Israel, in fact, 7-front war now. Israel and Hamas, Israel and Hezbollah, Israel and West Bank, Israel and Houthis, Israel and Iraq, Israel and Syria, Israel and Iran. That's 7-front war. Guess who's benefiting from it? The US military industrial media complex. They are happy. In fact, I have reasons, very strong and good reasons to believe that they are playing both sides. And the Iranians, the Hezbollah, the Hamas, the Houthis, all of those people are just playing into their hands in the name of fighting for their own liberation. So rather than use the vast resources at their disposal to develop their own economies, they are using it to buy weapons. They buy weapons. All the weapons they are using in Hamas. You think, how many of them, even the ones that Iran is manufacturing, they still buy a lot of the components from China, from Russia. So wherever or however you look at these wars, the US military industrial media complex benefits from it. They are happy. People are being killed. Children are dying. Women are dying. But this US military industrial media complex, they keep benefiting from it. Somebody said something once. He said, when wars go on, when you want to stop the wars, look at those who benefit from the wars. When you identify the people who benefit from the wars and you tackle them, the war will end on its own. They keep telling you, oh, we have sent aid. We have sent so billion. In fact, right now, even all the NGOs, the donor agencies in Nigeria, in Africa, are complaining that they are no longer getting funding from America. Why? Because America has diverted all of these fundings to Ukraine, to Israel, to support war. And these fundings that they give to Ukraine, do they actually leave America? They don't. The money actually goes to the US media, military, industrial complex. And they don't care that innocent lives are lost, that the destruction alone. Look at the destruction in Ukraine. Look at the destruction in Gaza, the destruction in Lebanon, the destruction in Syria, the destruction alone for people who have a heart is enough to say, oh, we don't have to make money by the bloods and lives of people. But no, this US military industrial media complex, they don't care so far as they make the money. Now, when we look at these two candidates, who is more in support of this US military industrial media complex? It is the Democrats. The Joe Biden, now Kamala Harris. They are in support of it. So a vote for Kamala Harris is actually a vote for more wars, not only in Ukraine, not only in Israel against the surrounding countries, but even in Africa. We saw what Democrats did when Obama was president, how they dismantled and destabilized Libya. They continue to do the same in Congo. But you see, when Donald Trump was president, there was relative peace in the world. So Africa, if you want peace, if you want a stop to the infiltration of terrorists with all their sophisticated weapons, you need to look away from the Democrats and look to Donald Trump. Yes. All this propagation of gender, LGBTQ, gay, where do you think it comes from? Who is more in support of it? In fact, a lot of the pushback that Donald Trump is getting from some Americans is because he is not pro-LGBTQ. And we are not saying that LGBTQ do not have a right. They have a right to do whatever they want according to the laws of their country. And of course, it's legal to do it within America. So nobody should disturb them. But at the same time, they should not disturb others. Everybody is entitled to the mode they want to choose to live their lives. But what you have is that, and this is another reason why Africans, and particularly Nigerians, must support Donald Trump. The current or recent push, the forcing of LGBTQ on Africans, on Nigerians, is because of the Democrats. The Samoa arrangements and all of those kind of arrangements, they are pushed by people who are frontline supporters of the Democratic Party. Now, is it all of them in the Democratic Party? Of course not. But you see, with the track record of somebody like Kamala Harris, somebody like Joe Biden, you can rest assured that if Kamala Harris gets voted in, what you will have will be more of such pressures on African countries, on Nigeria, to legalize and legitimize LGBTQ. So if not for anything at all, for Donald Trump, this is a reason for you to vote for Donald Trump.